Today, I'm going to explain a comedy film called The Bandit Hound. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Bandit is an Australian shepherd trained to be a thief by his masters, Manny and Willie. In the opening scene, he walks into a bank with a bag and a note attached to it. The guard doesn't care to check the little dog and lets it through. The cashier reads the note that says the dog is attached to an explosive, which will go off if they do not fill his backpack with $100 bills. She quickly does as told, after which Bandit runs away. Outside, his masters are waiting for him in a car. They check his bag and throw out a tracking device used as a trap. It turns out that the explosive was fake, used as a way to scare the cashier. While Manny praises Bandit for his work, Willie isn't fond of the dog. They drive back to a warehouse and start counting the money. Outside, a policeman arrives, looking for the robbers. He holds them at gunpoint, but Bandit saves his masters by attacking the policeman. Manny and Willie manage to escape, while the dog is captured. Somewhere else, a 15-year-old boy named Owen is riding his bicycle down the neighborhood. He is suddenly stopped by a group of bullies. They push him around and call him names, even though Owen tries to befriend them. A girl from a neighboring house feels bad for him and lets her dog out to chase the bullies away. Owen thanks the girl and returns home to his mother, Joanne. Owen's father died a year ago because of an illness. Ever since then, the family has been facing financial problems. They have moved to the town in hopes of new opportunities and to be closer to their only relative, Auntie Deb. Now that they have settled in, Owen wants to get a pet dog. Joanne is skeptical, but she cannot say no to her son. In the meantime, Manny and Willie are tense because they can no longer make money. Manny wants to get Bandit back, but Willie insists he train a new dog. He even steals a dog, but Manny refuses to train anyone other than Bandit. He gets on his laptop and searches all the dog shelters in the town. Only a few minutes in, he sees that Bandit is being held in the Heart Rescue Dog Adoption Center. Owen and his mother get to the shelter before them. Auntie Deb thinks bringing a dog home is a bad idea, but Joanne insists on fulfilling her son's wishes. The owner of the adoption center, Trevor, is a friendly man who seems to be interested in Joanne. He introduces Owen to Bandit, and the two instantly get along. A while later, the family brings Bandit home. After they leave, Manny arrives at the shelter and asks to see Bandit. When he discovers that he has already been adopted, he goes through the adoption forms and finds out Owen's address. He plans to get his dog back one way or the other. At Owen's house, Joanne and Deb discuss the family's financial issues. Deb wants Joanne to borrow money from her, but Joanne wants to do everything on her own. Bandit hears the word money and is instantly alerted, yet he refuses to come out from under the bed. Owen tries to bribe him with toys and treats, but the dog still doesn't move. He thinks that Bandit doesn't like him, but his mother asks him to have some patience. After the family goes to sleep, Bandit finally comes out from under the bed and runs outside. At the same time, Manny and Willie arrive there looking for him. Manny sneaks inside the house through the pet door, while Bandit runs away to a nearby restaurant. The guests think he is cute and let him play around, but when they are busy, Bandit steals money from a woman's purse and returns home. On his way, he also steals from a homeless person. Back at the house, the robbers drive away after looking for Bandit everywhere, but not finding him. The following day, Owen takes the dog to a vet to make sure he doesn't have any illness. The doctor checks him and confirms that Bandit is healthier than ever. Everything goes well until they leave, and the doctor notices his wallet is missing. That afternoon, Owen is playing with his toys in the backyard when the girl who saved him from the bullies approaches him. She introduces herself as Lily and asks to be his friend. The two chat for a while before she leaves. Later, Owen and Bandit are returning from the grocery store when the bullies stop them again. They make fun of Owen and snatch his bag of groceries. Bandit sees a $20 bill inside their bag and steals it without anyone noticing. When the bullies threaten to throw stones at them, Owen takes a stand for himself and hits them with tomatoes. Back at home, Joanne is crying because she had a miscommunication at her job and got fired on her first day. Auntie Deb and her husband try to console her when Owen arrives at the house. Although Joanne pretends like everything is going great in front of him, Owen understands that his mother is having financial difficulties. Suddenly, Bandit hands him the $20 bill he had stolen from the bullies. Before he can figure out where the money came from, someone rings their doorbell. It is one of the bullies and his mother complaining about someone stealing his lunch money. They also accuse Owen of hitting the kids. The woman threatens to call animal control and leaves. Owen realizes that his dog was the one who stole the money. The following day, they go to the park to train. Owen firmly believes that what Bandit did was wrong and wants him to learn to choose dog treats instead of money. While he is at it, Lily comes to talk to him, along with her dog, Lucy. The two decide to go on a date to see the Christmas decorations around town. After spending the entire day together and having a lot of fun, they hug and return home. The following day, Joanne goes to the dog shelter to meet Trevor. She initially wants to talk about Bandit's relationship with her son, but the direction of the conversation changes when the real dog is revealed, and Trevor mentions he wants to date her. Joanne is unsure because she has never been with anyone other than her husband, but she agrees to go out on a date anyway. Somewhere else, Owen is training Bandit in a park. Bandit notices a van and follows it to the bank. Two policemen are loading the van with money from the state's treasury. The dog hides under the vehicle and steals a bag of money when no one is looking. While he is running away, one of the policemen, named Albert, sees him, but doesn't think much of it. Soon, they realize a bag is missing and begin to search for it. Meanwhile, Owen finds Bandit under a bush with bundles of money. Although the kid knows that taking the money would be a crime, he does so anyway to help his mother. On his way back home, he meets Auntie Deb, who hands him an envelope with a check for $1,000. She asks him to hand it to Joanne as an early Christmas present from her side. Back in the bank, Detective Decker is assigned to find out where the money went. Albert claims that it might have been stolen by a dog. While everyone laughs, the detective believes him, since he also worked on the last robbery that Bandit was a part of. Upon reaching home, Owen tears the check and puts a couple $1,000s in the envelope instead. Joanne thinks that her sister is trying to help her like always, and keeps the money. The following day, Owen decides to return the money without being caught, but after seeing the news about the stolen money on TV, he gets scared and changes his mind. When his mother asks him what is wrong, he makes an excuse, saying that he has to go out on a date with Lily. "Can't talk, Mom. Too busy pimpin'." After the interaction, he goes to Lily's house and asks her out. Somewhere else, the robbers also see the